So in this video, in lesson 24, we're going to talk about functions. What functions are a way to organize code, make it more readable, and also to eliminate repeats. Because if I call a function, I can call it multiple times without having to write this big section of code over and over again. So if we take a look at lesson 3, we can see we have two functions, a function that is draw sky. We can see that draw sky function is being called here, so we can have that blue sky with that yellow sun. I can call the function 2 here, which is my draw balloons function. So I'm going to call that draw balloons. And again, the way I'm going to call that is open and closed and semicolon. Oh, I forgot a null in there. That was my error. So I have my draw balloons. And now what you're going to see is I've called the background or sky function. I've called the balloons function. And we've ran those two functions, creating in this scene. So in the next example, you're going to practice calling functions. Now you're not creating your own per se. My suggestions, because the functions are a little bit more complex, is to work your way through all of these problems, your A, B, and C options. And for getting to do bubble 4, I'm going to go back really quick. You're going to see I'm going to run bubble 4 in this program. And I have a bunch of functions written for my background. But I don't call these functions ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call these functions again. Remember, order matters in this, just like we've always talked about. So we're going to draw the background. So we're going to call that function first. Now, if we take a look, we're going to draw the clouds next. And I'm going to run this program so you can see I've called this. I have my background. And the clouds, if I would have done the clouds function first, the clouds would have overlapped, or the background would have overlapped the clouds, so you wouldn't see those clouds. So I'm going to do my trees function next. So now I'm going to run that program, and we can see that. If I would have done the trees before the clouds would cover the tree. And just to show you what I mean by that, I can cut this and paste this function. And now I'll run it. We can see that the trees are being covered. I'm going to put that the way it was. And then ultimately, my last one function is my draw fence. So instead of one big linear code, we've delineated this into 4 separate steps to create our scene right here. Now you're going to move on to 6 and work through these problems.